Hey, all you Zealots and Zerglings, we've got a 3 versus 3 for you on a new map, Queen's Nest, I believe it is. And I'm kind of excited about this cast because I'm trying out some new software to record this right now. It's generally designed for live streaming, but I think it does a fair job of recording too. I don't know, I've just started picking it up. I've spent this week kind of getting it installed and setting it up and tweaking the settings and stuff. So this is really my first full cast trying it out, and I'm gonna see how this works out. If it doesn't work out, you'll never hear this because I'll just probably toss it and do this game again. And same to you, Cheese. Well, yes, let's get to the players right now. I have spawned here as the Red Zerg with my allies Spartan, the Teal Protoss, and a very puzzled Contrarian as a blue Protoss. And I guess is Contrarian scouting? It looks like he's scouting. Where's he been yet? He hasn't really been anywhere yet. Maybe that's what he was referring to. He's like, oh, there's a probe out there. It looks like we're going to be getting cannon rush. But no, Contrarian not really the one for cannon rushing. But we do have Dr. Troll here as one of our opponents, the Yellow Terran. Gotta watch out. He might be trying to troll us. Yeah, of course. I had to say it. We have Bloody as the Orange Terran. And Big Red as the Purple Terran. So we got an all-Terran opponents right now. Let's see how that works out. A lot of options with the Terrans. They got those Hellbats. They got the Widow Mines. They got a completely revamped Reaper setup. So we'll have to see what works, how that works out, or what they intend to go with. As you can see, I've already got my spawning pool up on the way. Been doing a lot less early expanding right now. We've been trying to go gas pool first, get some early speedlings up, maybe expand a little bit later. We'll see if that comes around. But yeah, if you're interested in say recording your own gameplay footage, or maybe even live streaming it, because like I said, the software is really primarily for live streaming. This is called Open Broadcaster Software. It's completely free to use. It's open source, so if you have a strong computer programming background and a working knowledge of video and audio encoding and whatnot, I mean, you could actually alter the code yourself, maybe supply fixes, patches. I hear the developers pretty responsive to requests from the users. Like I said, I've only recently discovered this. I haven't gotten that far into it yet. I don't know if I would necessarily go so far as to endorse it yet. But I've had pretty positive experiences with it so far. In my early looks, so I at least recommend giving it a try. I mean, it's free. How can you beat that? So yeah, so if you're interested in that, you can probably take a look at that. I actually heard it may even function better than paid software programs that do exactly the same thing. And it's got some nice features that I can work on, like these nice little overlays we can see around here. Well, I can't see them right now unless I look at my little preview screen, which is another nice feature. I can put those right into the cast. I don't have to try to add them in post-production. I have post-production. That's hilarious. And actually, that's Dr. Troll's CV. I think Contrarian's probe got stuck in here. Even ran up here. I'm not sure why. Because they were hide some tech there, which is more likely with Protoss than with Terran, but it could happen. But he got trapped in there and didn't quite make it out alive. And it looks like we do have speed just about to finish there. I love these new clickable interfaces. Look, I can just click all over the map. We can see where the SCV is producing. We can see where these Marines are being produced. I thought if I kept clicking on it, it would cycle through. Okay, maybe it just selects all. I guess it selects all the buildings that are building that. I don't know. I thought it cycled through. That must be the units tab. So we can cycle through all the different Marines. We can cycle through those Marines. We can cycle through these. Well, it really doesn't work as well when all the units that you're selecting are clumped together. So we won't worry about that at this time. And it looks like I got an overlay here spotting here. These watchtowers are actually behind some destructible rocks, so no really early map vision if you want it. But it's pretty good map vision, because right now we might be able to, actually I probably can see this. Oh no, just out of vision. That watchtower would help see that there's a big cluster of Marines heading my way, and it looks like Bloody's controlling them all. I thought I saw shared unit control. Maybe not. I'm not really sure. But oh, looks like they're going to be pushing my way. What do we got here? I do have some Evo chambers and a second hatchery going up, but do I have units? Not really. And they're going to be marching into my base. Do I have any units? No, I have no units right now. This is taking me completely by surprise. Ton of Marines, and oh, I'm going to try to get the drones out of there. He's going to try to take out as many as he can. We must have gotten some early warning because I've already got some help here from Contrarian, but this is not going to be enough. The Queen's going to go down, Overlord's going to go down, but I've lost enough units right now that's not supply blocking me. Probably needs to focus on the hatchery or the tech structures. Looks like he's going to go for that main hatchery. I'm going to cancel that because I don't think it's going to finish. And I might need the minerals over here. Fortunately, I had this expansion. I'm going to throw a couple spines up there. But it is looking pretty grim right now. There's a bunch of Marines there. I finally get some Lings out trying to pick off as many Marines as possible. Doing a fairly good job. I didn't know Lings could do that well against Marines early on. But yeah, another swarm of Lings. Yeah, they did kill my main hatch. It looks like they may have gotten an Overlord there. But they're still in my base, still trying to deal with them. And meanwhile, we got some Marines here for Dr. Troll. With Spartan did have siege tanks up, and without having to research, I think he really likes the fact he doesn't have to research siege mode anymore, which has encouraged him to make more tanks. I don't know why that should make a huge difference, because it's just an extra research thing you have to click on at one point. Unsieged tanks are not worthless. They're really not. I mean, they're going to be exceptionally good at stalkers, at roaches. A little bit, I mean, they'll be okay against Marauders, but Marauders are pretty efficient when it comes to armored versus armored. And it looks like Dr. Troll is going to pull back right now, so the damage has been done, and we check the units lost. I've definitely taken considerable losses, although so is Bloody. He's been bloodied himself. I'm going to try to throw that hatchery back down. Ooh, I gotta say my spawning pool, which is no longer on creep. Fortunately, these Evo chambers, they survive, and now I can actually afford to get the 1-1 as I slowly rebuild. I got a lot of minerals, so I can afford to drop down the 1-1, get my main hatch back down again. So am I that bad? And when we check the income, I've taken a hit, but I mean, look at Dr. Troll. He doesn't have much of an economy. Big Red doesn't have anything more than I do. So right now, I'm doing pretty good. I have no gas income right now, but just rebuilding hatcheries and drones and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to start throwing down some gases right now, but I'm not looking that bad. And as soon as I can start getting some more workers up. Right now I'm probably just trying to get some units up in case another attack comes in. It looks like another attack is coming right now. Spartan's going to get tank sieged up. Just going to help do a ton of damage, and these stalkers are going to try to... Oh, no, he's going to actually pull back to the tank and let the tank get sniped. I got some Lings out here. Where are they going? I'm not really sure what my Lings are doing. Oh, I actually think I accidentally attack-clicked on one of the stalkers there, which would have been bad. I don't know if I got any hits off on it, but another tank from Spartan is going to try to force this stuff back. We still have a lot of Marines, though, and they can... Oh, but a tank on the high ground. That should be enough to push these forces back. Dr. Troll has got a Marine just sitting here. Can we take care of that? And it looks like right now they're just all Marines. Do we have any upgrades on those Marines? If I can click on one. No upgrades there. No upgrades on the Marines. There's combat shield on the way. I don't know if anyone else have combat shields. I'm not seeing any combat shields. So not really, for going full on Marine, not any upgrades going down for those Marines. That's could be a problem. Meanwhile, I'm getting a Baneling nest. What is the best answer to unupgraded Marines? Well, I think it's Banelings. That's going to be pretty nice. I'm going to get my Lair Tech up. I got my main hatch back up, trying to get that base resaturated. And the 1-1 is just finishing. That Lair will get pop up. I should be able to afford 2-2 if I get some more drones. A little hurting on the mineral count right now. Looks like we're going to have another push here with the only upgraded Marines in the game, and a Marauder leading the charge and a Marauder bringing up the rear. I'm trying to get that creep spread, so that is going to give me a little vision of this. Can I see this yet? Looks like I am just able to see this. And what's he doing? What's he doing? We do have Contrarian here holding my flank. I don't know if that's enough stalkers to take this on, but... Oh, he scans just to snipe the creep tumors. Darn you, you Terrans. You just love to ruin my day, don't you? You and your creep tumor scanning. Whatever. But I have some Banelings up now. We got some Lings. Looks something scanning. I don't know what's scanning. And it looks like I'm going to try to respread some creep right there, because I definitely want that creep spread out there. And even got some Overlord presence out here, kind of watching the flanks in case there's maybe some Banshee harass, some drop play. Gonna keep some eyes on that. Whether I actually see it if they go past is another question entirely. But we do have a factory here for Big Red. But still, it's even doing supply drops. Ooh, dear. But I don't know. Do they have a follow-up to this? I mean, that was a lot of Marines. I am actually quite surprised I didn't take more damage. Did they not focus down the right stuff? Was I overestimating the power of unupgraded Marines? I don't know, but I'm still doing okay. I'm rebuilding. 2-2's on the way. Baneling speed is on the way. I am righting the ship. And we do have a starport on the way, which must be what that factory was for. And he's getting a tech lab. Is he getting tanks, or maybe he's going to go for some banshees or ravens? I don't know. And it looks like I'm like, okay, we need to get some map vision to kind of watch this movement here, so we're going to take down these rocks. I love these rocks because lings can actually hit them. You get those ones that are just kind of a bunch on a ramp, and you got like, what, 2 lings that can actually hit it? That's very annoying. It's very annoying as there to try to take down rocks, and yet I have to do it so often to get more bases, and I just feel bad asking people to do it for me. It's like, I should be responsible for my own bases. Gonna grab some watchtowers right there, get some vision on there, and what can we see over here? We do see a little bit of Marines. We do not see the full extent. We do finally start seeing some upgrades, though. We got the +1 coming here. +1 armor, not on the way yet, despite the fact he does have a double engineering bay. And wow, what is Contrarian up to? He's already getting Colossus. He's getting Thermal Lance upgrade. He's getting 2-2 on his ground army. He's getting Zealot charge. So he is doing pretty good. And it looks like I've spotted an SCV. I don't know what this SCV is doing. It looks like these Zealots are going to take care of it with no problems whatsoever. Contrarian expanding down here to the gold in the south. I'm still trying to see what kind of incomes we got going on right now. It looks like Contrarian is not surprisingly doing okay. Looks like I've pulled into 2nd place in the economy despite taking some early losses. And we got Spartan here. Oh, Spartan's actually got the Widow Mines out. I saw these and I was quite contented to see I got some Widow Mines covering my flank, because I was still feeling a little bit after all that early pressure. My 2-2's just finishing. I got my spines out here in the front for a little extra defense. Tanks all over the place. I'm going to be busting down the rocks, going to take this gold, it looks like. So things are looking well, but it looks like we got some Widow Mines here for Big Red. Going to be getting that Widow Mine versus Widow Mine. Oh, I don't know what to think about Widow Mines yet. In my Heart of the Swarm games so far, they've not played a huge factor. I mean, we've dealt with them pretty well. We've had, I mean, it helps having Protoss on your side, because then they can just throw out a couple of observers and spot for you. I expect them to be a bigger threat, but I don't think people are using them at this level as much as I expected, or just haven't run into it yet. So we'll have to see how that works out. I still am a little concerned about the power of the Widow Mine at this level, because it's a unit that seems to require very little micro to use, but uses a massive amount of micro to deal with, which seems kind of upside down. Something that's hard to deal with should require more skill to use, meaning that, it requires higher level players to execute, which means it also has higher level players to deal with it. We'll see. We'll see how the Widow Mine evolves. I don't hear a lot from other people complaining about it, so maybe I'm just not seeing the deficiencies or seeing how effectively it can be dealt with. And it looks like I'm getting a Spire up now. Not sure what this was for. Actually, I do know what this is for. After the early harassment, it was getting very quiet, and we're like, what are they doing? We hit a bunch of Marines and then nothing, and I felt they're teching up maybe to battle cruisers, and I think this was an insurance spire. That's an infestation pit. I think that was an insurance spire on the off chance that they went mass battle cruisers, because seeing a bunch of Marines and transitioning into complete silence, it had me worried. I don't know where those guys are going, but it looks like we do have some drops going. Did this Overlord spot it? I don't know if I don't recall if anyone actually spotted this. And it looks like he's a little indecisive where to go. Oh yeah, actually now I remember this. Spartan actually did spot that dropship. He alerted me to it. I think I missed it. And so my lanes were already running back there in position. A couple Marines are going to go down. He's going to try to pop into my main, which is the annoying thing about drops, is they can just jump back and forth on these ledges, kind of like more micro-intensive Reapers. And oh, more drops coming in. At this point, I'm like, okay, they are going to be dropping back and forth endlessly. I'm trying to split my units. It's not always that easy to do, especially when you rely a little bit too much on hotkeys. We're going to try to deal with that, and he's going to try to drop over there, but my lings are right here to deal with it. And I still have these lings over here. So sometimes you just have to split your units. He's going to try to go for the spawning pool, but it looks like I managed to deal with that. And, oh, he didn't even evacuate any of these units. Just going to have to bring the dropships back home. So that drop dealt with fairly well, I have to say. Feeling kind of good about that. We get Burrow up. We do have a double robo coming here for Contrarian. Blink on the way. 3-3 upgrades. Spartan still producing those Widow Mines, +2 attack, +1 armor on his infantry, still making those tanks. He was really happy about his tanks. He's not been one to make tanks, I've noticed, other than maybe a couple on the defensive, but I don't know what the fact is that not having to research siege mode is suddenly giving him a new zest for tanks, because they are powerful. They have, I mean, against an all infantry army, it's not easy to beat tanks, mass tanks with bio. As Terran is really, I mean, it takes a lot of careful positioning, careful micro, and oh, not losing your drop ships. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that debris! Oh, you gotta love that. Just kind of chunks tumbling down. So, whoa, wow, those are some large stalkers. Look at how big all those units are when you zoom right in. But we got 3/3 Colossus. Oh man, those are going to be just decimate this infantry, which no upgrades, 1/1 upgrades, 1/1 upgrades. Just starting some level 2 upgrades, getting some Ravens out there because, well, the creep is getting a little bit encroaching, and that's how I like it. I love creep. I love the vision it provides. I mean, I would just get, even if there weren't a speed buff, I would just get creep for the vision. But oh, it looks like we've got some swarm hosts coming out now. You know, I think when they were introduced, swarm hosts were my favorite unit for Heart of the Swarm. Even way back when we still had units like the Shredder and the Replicant. If you even heard of those, some of you may not even have heard of those units were actually planned for this game. But swarm hosts have always been my favorite. But in the videos I saw from the beta, I was a little concerned that they just weren't going to be as effective as I was hoping they were going to be. But so far, I've been using them quite a bit. I do like it. I mean, look at this. This is free damage. And look, he's sending all these Marines, and what he should be doing is retreating. Oh, he's going to snipe that creep to her. But look, there's another wave, and this is free damage. I mean, he's just losing units right now. I actually probably shouldn't try to focus on that Widow Mine. I'm a little concerned about that, but... And it looks like, oh, look, I've retreated my swarm host, pulled them back. Contrarian's going to try to pull in here to help, but oh, that darn Raven's going to be able to spot my creep tumors now, unless, come on, Contrarian, take out the Raven, take out the Raven. Oh, he's going to throw down a point defense drone. Clutch move there, saving the Raven, but oh, got to run for those locusts. Oh, the poor Zealots. No, Zealots, no, the Zealots are stuck in there. Oh, I didn't notice that. That's kind of funny. But, oh, in the meantime, we got a counterattack here. Marines from Dr. Troll, but a lot of Colossi here. This is not going to be all that useful. He's going to have to get through all these stocks, and look at that. Look at that. It's just a fire pit right there. And, oh, he cannot get away. Oh, but well, it looks like they've pushed back the creep, but we still have a lot of swarm hosts. We do have some banelings here, but oh, a scan there is probably going to show that there are banelings in the area. Widow Mines for Big Red are going to be right here, and yeah, they're going to try to activate. Didn't actually one-shot that. Oh, careful swarm host. Careful swarm host. And oh, this was actually really, really bad. He actually flanked me, and I knew my swarm hosts were dead. He had detection. I don't even know why he's scanning. There's a Raven right there. And it's his Raven, so I don't know. And yeah, I'm like, those swarm hosts are dead. And the Widow Mine is going to try to finish him off, although I think the Marines got him first. Oh, I'm like, oh, that hurt me bad. That hurt me so bad. He completely flanked me. But oh, Contrarian got a counterattack path blocker right there. And oh, what happened to Contrarian? How did he get his forces way back there? But looks like he's going to lose this force, but going to do a lot of damage still. But oh, the Stalker's blinking forward. Bring the... Oh, but a lot of Vikings there. So yeah, he's going to take a lot of damage to this army. But look at how much... Just a couple of Colossus with full upgrades are doing to that bio for us. It's just unbelievable. Contrarian, why have you given up retreat? He was trying to retreat, and then he's like, nah, we'll just let them all die. Just let them all die. Or, well, blink 2 away. But now we got Spartan pushing forward. He's covering the north flank. We got Contrarian trying to hold the south flank, but he just lost a lot of army. That's going to hurt him considerably. He's making 3 Colossus at a time, but yeah, I think he might lose this base. Going to unpower one of those photon cannons. But it looks like, oh, look what we got going on here. 3/3 upgrades, adrenal glands, and an ultralisk cavern. This is my money. This is my money army. Laying Ultra. I love getting out Laying Ultra. And I especially like getting out Ultras now because they do so much damage in Heart of the Swarm. It's ridiculous. In case you're unaware, they now do, originally they did plus damage to armor, now that plus damage has just been pushed down into their base damage. So they just do full damage to everything that they can get to. Because there's still maybe some kiting issues involved there. But it looks like we're getting a good position now. They're getting some upgrades now. We got +3 attack here for Dr. Troll, and we have 3/3 on the way for Bloody, so they're finally getting some upgrades. I don't know what Big Red is up to right now. He seems to still just be making Marines because, oh, he has no economy. That could be his problem. He has no expansions. He never expanded. His allies took all the expansions. Bloody's got 2 bases, or has got 3 bases. Dr. Troll has 3 bases. And what do we got here? Oh, I don't think this does not seem wise. We need Contrarian to hold the south flank. We've got the north flank. He needs to hold the south. That is his job. Even bringing some probes in right now, but we got 12 Ultralists on the way. Chitinous plating on the way if he can hold on. And I think this is about the point where Contrarian's like, am I here alone? I feel like I'm here alone. And I'm like, oh, I'm here, buddy. I'm here, buddy. My 3/3 cracklings are almost here. Well, my 2/2 cracklings are here. And we're going to get into the fight. I don't like running my lings into siege tanks, but at this point, they're kind of acting as cannon fodder. Partial cannon fodder, partial ripping everything to shreds. And yeah, they kind of slice through that army, and it looks like we are on the offensive now. I don't think they're going to have much left here. But they're not giving up just yet. They're going to hold on to the bitter end. I mean, these Colossi now don't have anything defending them. Those Vikings will be able to take them all out. But here we go. Oh, look at those. Look at those lovely Ultralisks. Yes, I do have the digital deluxe Thorax skins, which in that red, well, I gotta actually try this out in different colors. That red is very, very menacing. See, I usually play with team colors. See, this is the problem. Give Bloody credit. He's doing a great job of kiting with Marauders up in front. He's probably doing a lot of damage. I mean, what kind of upgrades is... I can't see what upgrades he has because he just abandoned all of his units. Oh, wait, there's a guy. Oh, no, he's not there anymore. And we got Spartan's going to shell Big Red, who I don't think Big Red's got anything left. Contrarians... Well, he's long distance mining right now. He's been kind of losing his army, but at this point, it gave Spartan enough time to get his forces built to where he wants it. And oh, come on, Bloody. Well, actually, I'm not sure if he's being trying to be funny or just kind of trying to be a little bit of a jerk. I don't know, but hey, you came at me with ridiculous amounts of Marines in the beginning. If you didn't finish me off, this was the inevitable result. So I hope all of you enjoyed this game. I know I did, and have a day.